Good afternoon. My name is Krista Talbot Saifu, and it's my privilege to present Charles D. Vernon, class of 1962, for induction into the Hall of Fame. Chuck Vernon excelled in football, hockey, and lacrosse during his 8 years here at Williston. In football, Vernon was a standout, earning all New England honors as a senior, playing for the Hall of Fame coach Rick Francis. During the winter season, he headed down to the frozen pond to play hockey with another legendary coach, Dan Carpenter. He captained the team as a senior, scoring 21 goals in his final year. Remarkably, his line accounted for 91 out of the 96 points scored by the team that winter. In the spring, Vernon captained the lacrosse team. At the end of his senior year, he and classmate David Felson, another Hall of Fame member, shared the Denman Award given to the top athlete in the school. In a remarkable tribute to a young Chuck Vernon, the family of a classmate gave our victory bell to the school named in his honor because they were so impressed with him as a teammate and a young competitor. Until this day, ringing the Chuck Vernon victory bell on game days remains one of our school's most cherished traditions. After Williston, Chuck went along to Dartmouth, where he had a multi-sport career. Following graduation in 1967, he began his coaching career at Loomis Chaffee, where he would eventually coach 135 teams in 50 years. That is insane. To honor his outstanding contribution, NEPSAC Girls Ice Hockey recently named our Elite Division Championship Tournament in his honor. Yes, it made it very extra special to our girls to win the tournament this past 2 years. I'd like to invite Chuck Vernon to the stage to accept his induction.
Sure. I'm very excited about this. I'm very humbled by this. But I was a faculty brat. My mother was a nurse. I lived in a room in the back of the infirmary when on vacation, and I would be in a dorm when school was in session. And I mentioned the faculty brat thing because it was a great life. One of my friends' father was the headmaster, another one was the director of admissions. We could get into anything on campus anytime, and if we wanted a football or we wanted a basketball or Howard would oblige us. And I think of it as a tremendous advantage because we did almost nothing but play sports. And this was before there was no Little League in East Hampton, there was no youth soccer, there was no such thing as youth hockey around here, no camps, no travel teams, no elites, no nothing. So my fact brat friends and I had a head start on most kids. And that's all you need to know about me. What I would like to speak about for a moment is the athletic legacy of Williston. The legacy many of you were a part of and benefited from. I've been in and around New England prep schools for 70 years, maybe more, a couple more. And I've coached boys, I've coached girls, I've coached all different levels, and I've seen about every school and their athletic operations over that period of time. And I've seen all sorts of situations in school sports. Now, when I started at Williston, the athletic director was Dale Lash. He was the AD for 25 years. Rick Francis took over for Dale Lash somewhere in 58, 59, and he was the AD for 30 years. Mark Conroy was next, and he's got 23 years in and shows no sign of wear. And all this means that for over 75 years, no one in a Williston uniform has played for any athletic director other than those three. There's nobody alive that has played for anybody but those three athletic directors. Now here are some numbers of former Williston coaches. Will Babcock, swimming, 20 years. Ray Brown, boys soccer, 31, girls basketball, 26. Dan Carpenter, football, hockey, baseball, 25, 25, 30 respectively. Al Shaler, cross country, 36 years. Arch Hepworth, tennis, 32 years. Bob Couch was my JV hockey coach. And as near as I can figure, for almost 65 years, he's done all the photography for the for Williston. More recent coaches: Krista Talbot, 20 years, girls hockey. Greg Talia, girls cross country, 39 years. Ann Pickerel, field hockey, 30 years. Steve Siebold, 23 years of squash. Jay Grant was a trainer for 38 years. Dave Korotkowski,
Yes.
swimming, 24 years. Matt Sawyer, baseball, 28, and I may have missed some. It's an absurd list of sustained excellence and continuity that all of us here who played on Williston teams benefited from. And it's a list of long-term committed Williston people whose shoulders all of you people who played on teams rested upon. And I submit it is unparalleled, unrivaled, and is one of the strengths of not just the athletic program, but the school. And I appreciate you coming, and I thank you.
Thank you.